Alright, y'all, we back with another video. So today we are going to be going over some information that did drop not too long ago. This is actually going to be super important, especially for the future of the game. And I know a lot of players have been waiting for this feature. There's probably going to be a lot of people who are going to be happy about this, and then there's going to be some people who are going to be upset about this, or more so disappointed just because of how it kind of functions. So let's talk about it and, kind of discuss it. That new feature is going to be the Gacha Point card system. Now, honestly, I felt like they could have just dropped this straight off at the beginning of the game, but I also knew that they weren't, just because they're trying to make money at the end of the day. The game is essentially based off of a business, and they want to make money, and the easiest way for them to make money is to not implement this as soon as possible, kind of stall it out as much, so that way they can essentially milk people spending money to pull on the next future banners. Now, we'll just talk, instead of talking more so about, how that is, let's actually talk about how it works. So every time, obviously, this should be fairly obvious to anybody who plays the fucking game, is when you summon on the banner, you get points, and obviously those points you'll eventually be able to exchange for a character once you get 250 points. Now, there's going to be times where you're not going to reach all the way to the maximum pity, and you have all those points, and they usually get wasted because they're not being utilized for anything. They just turn into JP. Well, with this new gacha card, you're basically going to be able to, I guess you could say, load the card with whatever points you have left over from a banner. So as you can see here, he has 0 points in his gacha card currently, and he has 100 exclusive gacha points from the Yuji, Megami, and Nobara banner. Now he's going to put 100 of those points into the gacha point charge. But at the ratio that it goes, it's not 1-to-1, which means you're going to get half of whatever points you have. So if you have 20 points, you're only going to be able to put 10 points into your gacha point card. So keep that in mind. You're not going to get the full 1-to-1 ratio and get whatever you want like that. No, it's not going to work like that. You're only going to get half of whatever points you're putting into it. So now we can see on the right hand side that now that he got exchanged those 100 points into the gacha point card, now he has 50 points currently in his card. Now a new banner comes out. That new banner is going to be the Maki, Toge, and of course Panda banner. He's already summoned 20 times. Right, he's already summoned 20 times, so 20 multis. He has 200 points. He can then now use those 50 points in that banner, put those points into it, and then you'll be able to kind of exchange, right, for your character, right? Because now he had the 200 points, he put the 50 from his card, now he has 250 points, and now he's able to pity for the character. So this is a way to kind of minimize the amount of summons you need to do to reach the pity overall. Now, one thing I do want to note, I don't believe they show it here, but you're only able to charge 100 points into a banner from your gacha point card. So for example, let's say I have 200 gacha points in my card right now, and the new Sukuna comes out, right? This is just an example. The new Sukuna comes out, and I put those points into the Sukuna banner. I'm only going to be able to put 100 points into that Sukuna banner. That is the maximum that you can put. So you realistically still need to summon on the banner if you are trying to pity something. So what this does is, in a way, it reduces the overall amount that you need for a pity. So rather than needing 25 multis to get the guaranteed character, you would only need 15, because you would be able to put 100 points maximum, of course, into that banner. So I just want to put that out there, and I know that's probably going to be one of the biggest problems with a lot of players, where they're going to be like, well, this is so trash because now I still have to summon on banners. Yes, it is kind of trash, but in a way, it also kind of minimizes how much you have to summon. So realistically, when you're trying to pity something, you only need to have, I believe, 45k cubes to be able to get or obtain whatever character that you're trying to get. So it is a good system. It's still better than not having anything, but I feel like there is some things that they could touch up on, like, allowing you to do the full pity thing. But I get it. I get why they're doing it. They don't want you to just kind of like summon on random banners with, like, let's say free tickets, and then Sukuna comes, and then you just put 250 points into it completely and just get him for free. They want you to spend money somewhere, right? So I can't even call it scummy, because it's just a normal business practice by a normal, gacha game. But yeah. that's basically going to be what we have going forward for the Gacha point card. Now let's talk about the other information that we have, because uh, this is also important, but not so much as important. So we do have this image here, and this image is basically going over what's coming next in the coming days. So as you can see here, this is kind of crazy to me because there is some characters that we did gloss over that would have been nice to already implement into the game, but we're going to go ahead and skip some of them. Now, as you can see, we have the Global Edition event bi-weekly update, and we're going to get a new gacha. That new gacha is going to be with the new Inumaki. He is a blue character, and he is an insane debuffer. Now, one thing I'm just going to tell you straight off the bat is, if you have Blue Ghetto, you don't need to summon for this character. Blue Ghetto is a phenomenal debuffer, and he works on every team. Very flexible, very powerful when he does receive his buffs later in the future. If you were going to summon for this guy, I would only say summon for him if you really like Inumaki or you hate Ghetto, because I'd rather you use your cubes on the limited character Blue Ghetto and get him rather than getting the Blue Inumaki. Not that Blue Inumaki is bad, it's just I feel like Blue Ghetto you can use in a lot more circumstances than you can for Blue Inumaki. So that gives you more value as a free-to-play player, and on top of that, he becomes amazing, does a lot of damage, all that good stuff, and he's limited. So, you know, if he's limited, then now you'll have him because he's limited, right? Collectional purposes, all that good stuff. Meanwhile, this Inumaki is a standard character and will eventually be added to the standard pool, so you will get him in the future. Now, the other banner, which I'm not gonna lie, you probably shouldn't be summoning on this banner whatsoever. This character is going to be the Blue Nanami, and I feel like he doesn't really shine that much. His damage output is very low. Like, it does okay damage. The thing is, I feel like you're still better off using the Blue Gojo, who is easily accessible. I can essentially just say it's free to play, right? Because you could have used your reroll ticket thing that you got when you first started the game. On top of that, he's in the standard pool already, so you can already kind of like get that character. A lot of people already have him, so it's not really much of a reason to actually aim for this Blue Nanami. So I understand why they're trying to throw him out here now, so that way, you know, they just get him out of the way. But yeah, I don't really care for him. You shouldn't be summoning for him. Basically, these two, both of these two banners, if you're a free-to-play player, you should probably be skipping and only saving for like anniversary summoning on the reruns of the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 event, and then of course the anniversary characters. These characters are just not it. Now, Inumaki definitely is it. He's very strong, but again, I still think Blue Ghetto is better when his buff comes. And even if he's not better, right, and someone tries to debate me against that, it does not matter. Basically, the point is if you're free to play, you'll use Blue Ghetto a lot more than you use Blue Inumaki. But yeah, that's basically going to be what's coming in the future. I'm glad to see him. I will be pulling for him because I do like Blue Inumaki. And on top of that, I like Inumaki in general as a character. So I'm going to be pulling for him. Will I be able to get him? We'll see. I didn't have much luck with Saki, but hopefully I will with Inumaki. And then, yeah, I'm going to be skipping Nanami because this fucking Nanami is fucking dog shit. Imagine Gojo out there, free-to-play character, basically. And, yeah, you have him and he just does more damage and he's just better. So it's like no reason to use this Nanami. And then there's going to be other better blue characters too. And with the pacing that we're eventually going to be getting Suguna in maybe like 3 or so months. So it's like, why even bother wasting all your time getting this character when he's going to be replaced in 3 months? You're better off just, you know, bearing with the Gojo who's already here. Just, a little bit more months. Like you already did for the first couple of months. You might as well just do it for 3 more months. Like, not really much of a difference. But anyways, aside from me rambling on as I usually do, that's basically all the information we're getting. Gacha point card system is coming. Finally glad they're adding that. That's definitely going to be a little bit easier on my wallet. And then, of course, new characters. Probably should be skipping them, honestly. I would only say Inumaki is probably the only one of value of these 2 characters. But yeah. Anyways, I appreciate y'all boys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.